Okay, have you traveled anywhere like out of your state?
I've been in Delhi as well for
Financially independency is very crucial, I guess, right?
being independent, financially independent. So yes, we can also do for our family as well. They can also travel with us.
I'm a big fan of manifestations and all those energies.
Like I don't watch Hindi videos. Occasionally I do watch, but not every time. Once in a blue moon.
And why always English, English, English? I was like, it's my passion. I love doing this. ChatGPT, but I'm a big fan of ChatGPT because every.
Sometimes I don't feel like reading books, so I start to read stories on ChatGPT. And it's
Hello everyone, welcome back to Soulful English Journey. And today I have a very lovely guest here with us. Hello, ma'am. How have you been and how has your day been so far?
I've been good. The If I talk about my day, yeah, it was also good. I did vlogging at the gym, so yes, I am feeling
Yes,
happy. Yes,
I
so
watched
it was
your.
amazing.
Okay, that's amazing. As we are here on our channel for the first time, would you mind introducing yourself?
Yes, of course, why not? So if I talk about myself, my name is Mantasha. I hail from Rampur in Uttar Pradesh, and I hold a bachelor's degree in Urdu literature and English literature, as well as master's degree in Urdu literature, and I'm doing master again in English literature. So it's all about my literatures, I can say. So beyond
That
academic, I'm deeply passionate about public speaking, traveling, and reading. So these are some of my favorite things. I'm also a YouTuber. I also upload conversational videos, solo videos, English related content. Yes, that's all.
that's amazing introduction, I must
I
say.
can say I can say that's pretty much about me.
No, it's a lot about you. And yeah, about me, my name is Pooja Thakur, and I hail from a beautiful state of Himachal Pradesh. And about my qualification, I have done my graduation. Currently, I'm doing my post graduation through distance learning mode. And about my hobbies, I love reading books, spending time in nature, and talking to like minded people. And yeah, I have also a YouTube channel where I post conversational videos. It's my passion, I would say. And yes, that's all about me.
Amazing. I have watched your solo videos, I can say, short videos on Instagram. Those are amazing. You are doing great job. Keep it up. I really like your
Okay.
quotes, I can say.
Thank you. Thank you so much, ma'am. Okay, I didn't know that you have watched my videos. Okay, that's amazing. That's great. Um, I want to say this thing that I love your smile. You have a very lively smile because I've seen in every conversation, whenever you do conversation with people, you have this majestic smile, what I can say, infectious smile. I love that. I really
Thank
want
you
to
so
compliment
much.
you for that.
I will also compliment on your voice. It's very soft. I really like it. Yes. Because
That's
I have watched your videos on other channels as well, and the way you speak, it's amazing, I can say.
oh my goodness, it means a
People
lot
that
to me.
your voice is like music to ears, I can say.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Okay, thank you so
Yes.
much, ma'am. Okay, I would love to know more about your place, and more about you as well. How is your place, and does it kind of a place where a lot of people visit, or what kind of environment you have? I would love to know more about that.
Yes, of course, why not? So if I talk about my state, so it's Uttar Pradesh, and also it's very populated, and it's something that there are many tourists come here. I can say if I talk about the environment is decent, I can say. But when it comes to girls, so there are some restriction for girls, especially for girls. So this is something I don't like it about my place. I'm not gonna lie. So there are many things to visit, and if I talk about Agra, Taj Mahal,
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
right? It's kind of something that people love to visit Taj Mahal, but I
Yes.
haven't visited yet, just
Okay.
because I haven't gotten this opportunity, and it's something. But down the line, I want to visit all the places in my state. So it's difficult to uh, talk about my place, like my state completely, because I haven't visited lots of places in my state. But as far as I know, it's very good place. And if I talk about my district, so there is a Raza Library. It is very beautiful because I have visited just because I went there to give my exam. So that's how I got an opportunity to visit Raza Library, and it's kind of something very old, but mesmerizing, I can say.
That's great. You have told about library, and yeah, I have also read about like Agra. I
Hmm.
would love to visit there one day. It is in my bucket list. I mean, I'm also like travel enthusiast. I wanted to visit, I wanted to explore whole India. So, but I
Hmm.
haven't got chance. But I would love to visit. But if it's about my place, so I have visited like a lot of places which are quite famous. Like my place is known for tourist purpose. It's a tourist spot, so a lot of tourists do visit. So yeah, I have been to some places and still to explore whole India. I would love to visit. Okay, have you traveled anywhere like out of your state?
Hmm. Not in the sense of traveling, but just because I've been in Delhi as well for some months, just because I wanted to learn something, teaching something. That's why I went there, but not just because of traveling. So I haven't traveled much, but it is one of my favorite hobby to travel because I want to do traveling whole India and as well as out of country. So it's all about it's something my dream I can say, but I can fulfill this dream down the line. I believe that.
Yes, ma'am. I think we are on the same page. But again, like being a girl, it is quite difficult.
Like, you know
Then
what,
do
when
you?
I asked to my parents, like, I want to, like, I have enough money as well, I also want to travel, so they say that you can do traveling after marriage, something like that. They just say this way. So I don't think that I don't have a hope that something will happen down the line. And like, life is unpredictable, so I don't think that I should have hope that after getting married then I'll get this opportunity to travel. I don't so that's why I am thinking to become and financially independent, then I'll do it by myself.
Yes, ma'am. True thing. In that case, I mean, my parents, they are not. I mean, they allow me to go wherever I want, but the security is there, right, for girls.
Hmm.
So
Yes.
and money also somewhere we think that yeah. I mean, our parents are doing enough for ourselves. They are
Hmm.
educating us. So why to ask for like money for traveling? So the same
Hmm.
thing here. I also wanted to be independent, financially
Hmm.
independent first.
Hmm.
Then I would love to travel. I mean, for example, if the money was not problem there, I think I would have traveled. I would have broke
Hmm.
all the rules. I would have convinced my parents that no, I wanted to do this. I'm gonna do this no matter what happens.
Same
So
here. So am
yeah,
I can say.
I think money is somewhere the reason, right?
Hmm. Yes, it is something that gives you freedom, I can say, to make our own choice, something.
Yes, I think the other day I and my like best friend I visited her. We both were talking about this thing that if you are making money in today's day and age, especially people are gonna respect you. But if you're not, then they won't even ask you how are you and what are you doing in your life these days.
Hmm.
So I mean,
Exactly.
I have seen it my own eyes, so I know. So yeah, financially independency is very crucial, I guess, right?
Exactly. Yeah, it's really crucial. Completely agree with you. And it's something like I feel that sometimes if we are able to go, but we can't go alone. We can't do solo traveling just because safety, right? This is also something. But if we
Yes.
are independent, financially independent, so yes, we can also do for our family as well. They can also travel with us.
Yes, I mean, if you can hire a security, right?
Hmm.
Because you know, the big people who have enough money, they have their own security with them, right? So you can afford that. You are
Exactly.
able to pay that much of money. I mean, that would be great. But I'm in that case, I would say my state is kind of safe. I have done that once or twice, I think, but I didn't go so far because I had this thing in my mind that no, I wanted to explore certain things alone. I never went anywhere alone, right? So what I did, I was in second year of my college. So I told my father I have some urgent meetings and all because I had NCC back then. So I told him that I have some urgent work to be done. So I wanted to go somewhere all alone. And but I think I said that one of my friends, she's coming with me. So I think I told that. But I mean, at the end moment, she denied that I won't be able to come with you. So what I did, I took, I mean, bus. I traveled alone. It was, I guess, 120. that much kilometer far away from my place. But in mountains you have a very zigzag roads, and roads are not proper, so it takes a lot of time, right? So
Hmm.
I went in the morning at 6, and I came back, I think at 7 in the evening. I came back. I had no clue where I'm going. There is one place called Rampur Bushahar, so that is quite good place. I wanted to visit that just randomly because I wanted to have a solo kind of a solo travel. I don't know what to say to that. I couldn't do that at night, so because that was I was not that much aware of things, how I'm gonna stay there and all those things.
Hmm. That's amazing. You must be proud of you, right? That you
Yeah,
could do it
I feel
all
happy.
by yourself. Yes.
Yes, but over the period of time, I don't know why. Now I feel very reluctant. I avoid going anywhere all alone because
Just
I
because
don't
of
know
the
why.
environment, I can understand that.
Environment, right? Because now these days every day we see watch those news and
Sleep.
that's so scary, right?
It's something that we can imagine that it can happen to a child, to an old
Yeah,
lady. We can't imagine that.
you are right. Yes,
Hmm.
but yeah, I try to pay attention to the positive things because I do believe that when you give too much of your attention to those things, you might attract those things as well. Because I I I don't want to do that. I try to avoid social media these days. I have made my social media feed like there will be only positive kind of stuff, on Facebook as well. On Insta, there will be only good content on my feed. I think
Positive.
that is what we can do in today's time. Otherwise
Yeah.
the social media is filled with the negative things, right?
Hmm. Exactly. It's in our hands, right? It's like if we decide to watch positive videos, then we can do that. But it's completely in our hand. And when it comes to me, I haven't made my own social media, but it's something like I also believe in positivity. And it's something a little bit manifestation, not much I can say. What about you?
I'm a big fan of manifestations and all those energies, karmas, and all those things. And prior to this session as well, I was watching a podcast, Humans of Bombay. I don't know whether you are aware of. There is a Karishma ma'am. She is a podcaster, so she does all sorts of. She invites all sorts of people on her channel. So I was just watching that, and it was amazing, but I do believe in attracting negative things as well, because I have done that many a time. So now I am being very very conscious about whatever I'm watching, whatever I'm consuming, because I know I can attract negative things as well. So yeah, I'm more into these spiritualities and manifestations and soul and karma. I'm more into these things. I don't know why. I love knowing about these things.
When it
So
comes to talking to universe, I do that. I always do that. I still do it. Sometimes if I'm very like if I'm falling apart and I'm deeply very disheartened in something, so I just talk to universe. I share all the things and I share the things that I want. So it's something.
yes, I also do the same thing, but I'm more interested into the deeper things in that case. I wanted to know science behind it. I mean, there was a point when I used to listen a lot of podcasts related to this, but then I stopped for a while because, when you get too much into those things, you start thinking like that. So I used to think like that, but the reality is different sometimes, right? So you
Hmm.
have to have both kind of mindset. You should think parallelly, not like in a single minded, right? So that after that I reduced watching podcast too much. I started watching all sorts of things. So I'm a big fan of manifestation, yeah.
That's amazing. Amazing. So I just want to know, like, do you follow only the content creator who make positive content, something positive? So are you following those people, right?
um yes ma'am, but I think we have to. It's not that you are always going to watch positive things, right? You have to be aware of negative things as well. So I try to watch more positive stuff, but still you should be aware of the other things that are going around you, right? You have to be
Hmm.
aware of those things. So for that sake, sometimes I do watch other stuff, what's going on and all those things. So yes, balance
In my
is
I
there.
watch English videos with English videos on
Yes,
Instagram. as well, and something like I don't watch Hindi videos. Occasionally, I do watch, but not every time. Once in a blue moon, I can say when it's something very important related to something AI something. So I am more into AI, learning about AI something. So I've watched such videos in Hindi to understand thoroughly. Otherwise, I mostly watch English videos, and I follow only English speakers.
Yes,
It's
ma'am. I
something
think we are on the same page. In that case, whatever I watch, I mean, whatever I'll watch on YouTube, I will watch only in English, whether on YouTube or on Insta. I will only watch in like related to English. Sometimes people around me say this thing to me: Why always English, English, English? Why can't you see watch things in other language as well? My father also yesterday said that you're gonna be mad. You're always because I was, you know what I was doing? I was explaining things in English. I was talking on my own with the clouds. I do
Hmm.
this thing usually. I talk to things, whatever trees. I talk to stuff what is around me. So I have this developed this habit. I will start explaining about that thing. For example, books, sky, whatever. So I was doing the same, and he was like, "You're gonna be mad. Why always English, English, English?" I was like, "It's my passion. I love doing this."
Mm, yes, I can see that as well. Because if I talk about myself when I started my journey, so I would not talk to any objects, but I had a habit to talk to ChatGPT something. I would explain everything. It's something I'm still big fan of ChatGPT. So I always talk to AI, ChatGPT.
Yes, ma'am. I also quite often I also talk to ChatGPT, but the thing is that sometimes that AI becomes so stubborn. I don't like that thing. You are saying something, and that will start saying in between. That will interrupt you. So I
Hmm.
don't like that process. Then I get frustrated. I do give command that no. I call my ChatGPT AI brother, big brother.
Hmm.
So I give this prompt like, brother, I'm going to talk on this topic for blah blah minute. You have to listen to me carefully. Don't utter even a single word. But for example, I will fumble in between, right? That will start speaking. Oh, you are doing great and all those things. Then I get irritated. So, but I also love talking to GPT. I
When
also
it comes
started.
to me, like I would speak non-stop earlier. Like no, it is not about I used to make lots of mistakes in grammar earlier. When I used to talk to ChatGPT, I don't make now, but earlier in my back then time. So it used to happen just because my speed was very fast. That's why I think I didn't feel irritation. That was
Yes,
something.
but I face that problem. Then I'll be just shutting off that ChatGPT. But I'm a big fan of ChatGPT because every single day, whether planning a session, whether reading a book, whether doing anything, I take help of ChatGPT. I'll give prompt, and whenever I come across
Hmm.
any new word, I'll give prompt to ChatGPT that give me how can I use this word in a different way. So, I mean, I have filled notebooks literally by the help of ChatGPT. One word, and I'm going to learn how to use that word in a different way because in English it's a very what can I say, it's very strange language. One word can have a lot of meanings, right? So
Yes,
so
exactly.
how I take the help of ChatGPT, and it has facilitated my journey a lot, I must say, because sometimes I think if ChatGPT wouldn't be there, I wouldn't be able to learn that much faster this language because I will
Hmm.
give one prompt that for example, what I do, I came across four new words, so I'm gonna give to ChatGPT, and I'm gonna give this prompt that give me the meaning and the story related to these words, and we humans are big fan of stories. Our mind can retain stories for longer period of time, so I'm going to remember that story for longer period of time, so that helps me a lot. So that
I
is
also
my
do
way.
the same. You know, sometimes I don't feel like reading books, so I start to read stories on ChatGPT. And it really helps me a lot because I enjoy the stories because the stories are short and it's something that we can finish them easily. So it's something like I really like, and we learn new words as well, new expressions. So that's something really fascinates me about stories.
Yes, ma'am. And I would love to know more about books because I think you are reading too much books right these days, or you have been reading since the starting of your journey. I have
Yeah,
seen a
it
lot of
was
your
on and off. Yes, it was on and off. I have read, I think, around eight, nine books. Not much, I can say, but I'm making my habit, and I'm making habit to read online as well because we really need to make a balance to read online and offline as well. Sometimes I'm not able to purchase, so I think that it's better to move to online reading. So I do that just because of maintaining the momentum. maintaining the consistency. So I do that. If I talk about my favorite book, so my favorite book is The Alchemist. You know already that. Yes, it's one of my favorite one, and the Thousand Splendid Sun.
Oh
So
my
it is
goodness, I do
also.
have that book, but I haven't completed yet. I haven't even started. It's been months. I'm a big
Mm,
fan of buying books. I love buying books, but I haven't completed all of them. I think I have more
yes.
than 30 books, but I haven't completed.
Mhm.
Yes, that's great.
Yes, it's something. And earlier, I was thinking like, you know what? Sometimes I just avoid reading. What happens? Like we have this pressure to write down all the words. Something like if we come across any words, because I don't write the meanings in the book. It's not about like I want my books to look messy. I don't want that. But it's fine because when we read something, it will get dirty or messy something. But the thing is that when I read, it's something I try to understand every words, because what is the point if we don't understand? We don't improve our comprehension, right? So that's why I try to understand every words, and I search the meaning hand to hand, because earlier I used to do the same and I saw the improvements, and everyone has different strategy. And like if I talk about myself, like what works for me, like it's something when I read and search the meaning. For example, I'm reading a sentence in the book and there is a word I don't understand, then I search hand to hand that word, the pronunciation, then I continue. And what I do, like I just do it. I do like I try to read that sentence 2 3 times to understand and to pronounce the words clearly. So this is how I keep myself going. Like I do it like this. And apart from that, after just searching all the words, I save those words in some other application. There are some application, and you know about notes application. There are many application we can save any stuff we want.
No, I'm not aware
There
of
is
that.
so there is an application notes. So I save my all words and vocabulary in that application. So it's something helpful, and there is no pressure to write down the words and write down the meanings. I think it consumes lots of time. It's something.
Yes,
It's I'm not saying it's waste of our time, but when it comes to writing, because I have done this thing many times back then, and there are many notebooks, but I don't revise them. I don't get enough time to revise them. So I thought like let's save all the words vocabulary in a specific application, then in a particular application, then I'll try to revise them whenever I feel like revising. That's how I want to keep going, because I want my every activity is very simple to follow, because if I read, listen something, if I practice something, I want them simple. I want to make them simple so that I can easily maintain my consistency.
yes, ma'am, that's a great way. But as you also mentioned, everyone has their own ways. So
Hmm.
I do opposite to this. I write in notebook. I am a big fan of writing all those things, and I love revising notebooks. I love reading those words from my notebook, and I carry them everywhere. Wherever I will go, I'll carry my notebook and one book. But about reading, I don't search for the meaning of the word immediately. What I do, I will read the whole whatever book I'm reading. So if I'm getting the gist of the book, what is in the book, then I will read twice, and after that I'll search for the meaning of those words, those tough words.
It's also good, like because when we just search the meaning immediately, so what happens? We don't. It's something like we just stop our flow in reading. It
Yeah.
just stops our
Yes.
flow in the reading something. It happened earlier, but now I'm used to it. I don't know. I don't feel like it is disturbing my flow. I enjoy it. I enjoy to search the words and the pronunciation immediately. It's something that I feel yes, I'm understanding simultaneously.
Yes, yes, true thing. Because everyone has their own ways, right? So I love
Hmm.
doing in that way. I don't want that. I feel very irritated if I'm searching the meaning in between. The flow is there because
Because
I
you know
read
what? Some people like some people say that just gaze the meaning and use your mind. And if I have my phone, so I just click my phone.
why to bother, right? Why to
Why?
bother?
Yes,
Yeah.
and sometimes if we guess the meaning as well, sometimes so there is a problem of pronunciation. If the words is difficult, because most of the words are difficult, and if I talk about difficult words, okay, we are not able to pronounce. So, like I'm sure, like we also don't know the meaning of those words, because we are not able to pronounce. We never use that. That's why we are not able to pronounce. So that's why I think it's important to see the pronunciation.
Yes, yes, I agree with that. I do that at the end of our, like, what once I'm done with reading, and I'm big fan of pronunciation. I will read that. I love difficult words. I don't know what kind of person I am, but I'm that kind of person. I love searching the meaning of difficult words, and I love pronouncing them again and again and again, and that gives me immense level of happiness. I don't know why. I love learning long words. So that's what I love doing. And
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
yes,
These kind of words.
supercalifragilisticexpialidocious,
Yes.
floxinosinihilifications, and pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis. I
I
love these words. I mean, I keep on speaking these words, but it needs a lot of practice, right? I have taken, I guess, I don't know how many days I've taken to learn. To be very honest, supercalifragilistic. To be very honest, I took maybe month to speak this very fast. Initially, it was very difficult. I used to forget. Initially, I used to
But
learn a lot
if
of
I talk
words.
about myself, when I saw this word, I just gave sometimes like almost 1 hour. Then I just practice
Yes,
continuously 1 hour. Then it just, I think I mugged up completely.
yes, I do the same. I enjoy doing that. And
Yes.
yeah, okay.
I'm
Yes,
enjoying our conversation because we have
I
the same
think,
dream, same enthusiasm, right?
yes, I think we are on the same page. Our vibe matches,
Yes,
right? But yeah,
exactly.
we are also running out of time. We have already done it's 32 minutes, and
Hmm.
it
It will
the
be
whole.
it will be a very long video otherwise if we don't stop, right?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am. It was a wholesome
Mm.
conversation, I must say. I mean, I enjoyed a lot. I loved your vibe, and it was just amazing. I hope you also
Same,
liked.
same. So am I. I really like your voice. I can listen to you hours and hours because I really like the way you speak. It's very soft voice, I can say.
Oh my goodness! But a lot of time people say you have a child voice. The moment
Some
they
people
get to
also
know,
say, there are people who also used to say that when I used to connect through audio call. So they also used to say that like you have a child voice. They say that
yes,
sometimes,
I
right?
think it is a blessing for us because
Hmm.
when I tell them that I'm doing my masters, the
Hmm.
time they listen that I'm doing my masters, this is, I thought you would be in your school days. I'm like, it's a blessing, seriously, because
Yes.
sometime yeah, you feel you can get saved from some
You know,
what can a
we-
difficult situation.
the fact that we are still young, that much young, still, it is a
Yes,
compliment, I can say, right?
yes, I love that.
Yes,
Yeah,
same.
it was amazing session with you, and I really loved it, and I would love to have more such
Yes,
engaging.
yes. I will also connect with you for my channel because just because of I couldn't create the link, I couldn't do it. But again, I'll try. After some days, we'll connect for my channel. But it was
Yes,
nice
ma'am.
talking to you.
Yes, have a
I
great
really
day.
enjoyed. Yes.
Yes.